It appears that the conversation around Kevin Hart's Netflix roast is still continuing, as many debate whether the roast was just comedy or was Hart at the center of racism and selling out. Just over a week ago, Netflix would premiere this special feature to its millions of viewers in what was presented as a celebration of Kevin Hart. Now, what would anger some, especially many black viewers, were the harsh comments that steered away from Hart himself and looked to be jabs at black people by white comedians. Not only would a joke told by Tony Hinchcliffe anger viewers as he mocked George Floyd's killing, it would be equally upsetting for some to see Kevin Hart laugh while this joke and others took place.
Oh my God, here you go. Oh. Yo, shout out to Comedy Hype News. That's where I got this from. He's got such a grave tone. It would be sad for others to see Kevin Hart, watch them call him live on TV. John Abba. Now, shout out to John Abba. I'm tired of trying to explain this. Oh my God. It's a roast. What did y'all expect to hear at a roast? You thought it was going to be friendly? You thought it was going to be all nice jokes? All short jokes. A short joke only roast. Kevin, you could have clapped back. That's your job. You're supposed to clap back. You the top of the game. You Kevin goddamn Hart. You're supposed to go at him hard. Dandruff, psoriasis, lice, wet dogs. Come on, man. Give him something.
Done good, though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin. God bless this room.
On Monday morning, Dr. Umar Johnson,
That's how he woke up out of sleep, just like that. What in the coochie chagalia? Oh, he couldn't believe it. He felt it. He felt it in his spirit. He wasn't even watching it. He wasn't even watching it live. He just felt it. Tony Hinchcliffe came out like a little pink skeleton and shit. Tony looked like one of the old AIDS patients. The original, the ones used to, remember the original AIDS? They used to give me real spotty. Dr. Umar felt that shit. Black people, George Floyd looking up. That nigga was like, oh. He was dreaming about Wakanda. You know, he got a dirty ass house. He's knocking shit over. Oh, all kind of incense and shit flying in. Bling, bling, bling. Incense holders, motherfucking cocoa butter and shit. Got their oils, all kind. Dr. Umar, don't you like he sell oils too? Umar look like he do speeches and sell oil. And CDs and mixtapes. DVDs and shit. Dr. Umar like he from the barbershop and don't never get a cut. Like, why are you here, nigga? Shout out to Dr. Umar, but yeah, he was extra mad about that. That's my point.
God bless you, Kevin. God bless this room.
On Monday morning, Dr. Umar Johnson, who is a well-known activist and social commentator, would release an over 30-minute response going after the roast and Hart, who he said made an ass out of himself for money. While speaking to Art of Dialogue, he would reveal some of
Yo, and they got a great editor. This thing so dancing. You're a comedian. I can see if they did the roast about, you know, goddamn a regular actor and he didn't know what's going on and he got there and you just saw calling them all kind of niggas. Like if they had Sidney Poitier or James Earl Jones sit up that bitch and be like, James Earl Jones wouldn't win for that shit. He wouldn't win. We wouldn't. Your only job was to watch a keep. My son what? He wouldn't have went for that shit. He'd have put his foot down. Nonsense. This is nonsense. You'll tell me what it said. Nothing to James Earl Jones, but come on, man. Kevin Hart is a comedian. He's supposed to I do not agree with the fact that towards the end they say when he did get a chance to take the podium, he kind of shot at the at Cheryl Underwood and black ladies and called them lonely, you know, blah 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 blah. That'd have been cool if he also, you know, Dr. Umar was gonna be mad. You know, he the king of black people. he think he our boss. Nigga, you ain't my boss. You ain't my boss, Dr. Umar. I'll work for you. Nigga, fix that school. He's talking about, we are not going to stand for this. You don't know what we're going to stand for. But anyway, yeah, he ain't nobody boss, but you knew Dr. Umar was going to be mad. Why you ain't write no jokes getting back at him? Come on, man. I remember one time Kevin Hart came on Jamie Foxx show and told them dudes up, yo. He had Jamie laughing, all of them laughing, just snapping on him. Pow, pow, pow. That's the energy he should have brought on some white people shit. Just for the night. Just for tonight. Just for the night. Because we wildin'. I just think it's crazy to ask for consideration without admitting that you have a handicap. I don't feel that my blackness is a handicap. Therefore, I don't need consideration. It's a roast. That's what we doing. Okay, you gonna say what you got? I'm gonna say what I got. You know they going left. Anyway, that's just how I look at it. I just feel like if the goal of the thing, it's like roasting is like when you snapping or cracking or Jones or whatever y'all call it where you from. When you doing that as a kid, you're trying to make the other person cry almost. That's the goal. If he cry or get mad or want to fight, he lost. He lost. So for me to stand here and argue about this, oh, how would you do this to black people? We the blah, blah, blah. You saying we weak. Come on, man. You're supposed to be the number one comedian in the game. Get back at him.
Jokes he took issue with, such as Kevin Hart is so short they will have to lynch him from a bonsai tree. He did well in Saudi Arabia because they thought he was the monkey from Aladdin. And
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a messed up sense of humor, yo. I'm sorry. I'm not going to laugh at this. You going to hang up from a bonsai tree? Come on, Kevin. Don't let him get away with that. You should have went in. You should have went in.
His ancestors came to America on a slave ship in a bottle. Guess who wrote these jokes? A group of 17 white men. Now, during his response, Umar would go on to challenge Netflix.
And why Kevin didn't get 17 niggas to write his joints? Come on, man. You know what's going to happen. I don't know. I just feel like if Kevin was cool with it, I'm cool with it. I don't feel like he sold out. Not one bit. Not one bit. He knew what was going to happen. Do you think he was surprised by any of this? Of course not. He approved all this stuff already. I just personally would have wanted him to go harder, you know. But once again, like I said, I didn't even see the whole roast yet. You know, I keep stopping it. It's long.
For featuring these types of comments. I want Netflix to know we not having it. We not having this. We're not going to stand by and let white folks manipulate our comedians into making the ass out of themselves on TV for money, so they can make it look like black people don't mind being treated like porch monkeys.
Porch monkey. I don't know if there's an insult. I'm not saying I want to be insulted in any way, but porch monkey got to be the funniest one. This got to be the funniest one. It's like, we known for being on porches. Is that a black thing? Is that how the racists perceive us? Like we know the animal part. We know they try to say monkey, right? Okay, okay, we've heard that a bunch of times. But is the insinuation that we always on a porch? Freaking hilarious.
Now, when focusing on the joke about Kevin Hart's ancestors traveling on a slave ship in a bottle, Umar will go on to say, Shane Neanderthal Gillis,
okay, there we go. Get some Neanderthal jokes in there. Some Cro-Magnons. You know? Get some Black Plague jokes in there. You know what I mean? Some Eastern Black, dirty Europe jokes. You say Europe is filthy. It's a bunch of rocks. People just standing around taking pictures of rocks. You know what I'm saying? Get at him. Say something, man. You're the comedian.
That Kevin's ancestors came to America on a slave ship in a bottle. Obviously talking about him being small, but
also doubly insulting his race and everybody else black. We know they did that intentionally. That was the point. It's a roast. They mean.
On a slave ship in a bottle. obviously talking about him being small, but you making fun of our enslavement, the greatest crime in human history, even validated as such by the United Nations last month.
No doubt about that. No doubt. Let's make no mistake. Slavery is never funny. Neither is rape, neither is murder, neither is a ton of other atrocities that happen on this planet. But that doesn't mean that a joke about them can't be. I'm not even saying these jokes are funny. The bonsai tree was kind of... All right, sorry, it's not. I'm not saying, it's up to you. Whether or not these jokes are funny is subjective. But to try to rally the whole black community because some white man one time said something mean, come on, man, are you serious?
Are you kidding? You're gonna make fun about the enslavement of my ancestors and you're gonna pass it off as comedy? And even felt that this was revenge for comedian Drewski impersonating Erica Kirk in a viral skit. Fast forward to...
Right. I mean, I don't think it's payback, but I think it goes both ways. Things that people are sensitive. You can't tell someone else how to get offended. Payback? I don't know if it's payback. Everybody, first of all, I realize that everybody doesn't look at the world in racial terms. Black people, we tend to because we're black and that's how America is set up. But a lot of white people and immigrants, a lot of them have the luxury of doing things because of how they feel. Their allegiances will be closer to their friends. Now, if their friends are white, if their family is white, then, you know, it's going to go that way. I don't believe that Kevin's whole... I just don't think he sold out, man. And I don't think this is retaliation for anything. You think all 17 of those writers felt dissed, a deep racial disrespect for what Drewski did? When Drewski never mentioned race, it wasn't a white women be like skit. It was a Erica Kirk be like skit. And he never even said her name. I'm just using that as a, you know. Anyway, here we go.
Today, Kevin Hart's comedy group and friends, the Plastic Cup Boys, are firing back at Umar and his criticism towards Kevin and the roast. Over on X, Spanky Horton, who also happened to be at the roast, would immediately begin taking shots at Umar. Horton would say, ask him about the school that he collects donations from and blocks you though.
Right.
In reference to Umar's own controversy of raising money to launch a school for over...
You got all them figurines around him and shit. All kind of deities and goddesses. What is going on, man?
10 years that appears to yet be open. Horton would continue calling out Umar's response by making fun of Umar using a notebook to read off his thoughts. He prepared, got a notebook and all, laughing emojis. Now, interesting enough, in that same response by Horton, one user would go on to say, Kevin Hart is a sellout. Old news fam. He stopped being funny after that car accident. I'll leave it at that. Now that...
Yo, can we have a convo about every...
My bad.
Community is so proud of you right now.
School, you focus on the... He's deciding to remain silent and has continued celebrating the moment. Over on his Instagram page, he would share that the roast would end up being the #1 show in the second week of May on Netflix with 13.5 million views.
So did he sell out? Or was he sold out?
Now, despite him being happy about that accomplishment, users in his comments wouldn't let him escape the sellout claims. One would go on the right.
And they got him looking goofy. I can't stand it.
Numbers over your community ain't something to celebrate. While another would say the views were because of the disrespect, not because it was good. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. As a black comedian, should Hart...
No, I've talked about this enough. Next story, Mike.